Hi everybody, hello, it is me. Get up in here, let's come to the party. Get ready to take a seat, get comfortable, come hang out. I got a message for you. Today is day 3 of the 12 universal laws. I'm going into the universal laws so that you can understand what they are, so that you can elevate your energy during this time of coronavirus and help to cope, help yourself to heal, to emanate healing energy to the planet so that we can all move past this time in history, because oh yes, it is going to be historical, it already is, and we could start to create the new future that we want, the future that already exists for us, and step into it, right? So we went over the first laws, which are, I'm going to grab my little notebook here. The first law was the law of divine oneness. That basically says that we are all one, and therefore the energy that I feel in me exists in you, and you exist in me. We are all one. We are all bound by God, by source, by spirit, by something greater than us. And we can then have collective mindset on inspiring change just by our thought. Universal law number 2 is the law of vibration, which is all about our high vibe, right? The higher we vibe, the better we attract. And so right now we are all in a situation where we are vibing with this coronavirus thing because we've been vibing low for a really long time. What we're seeing with coronavirus is dis-ease. It's the opposite of ease and flow. When we are living in a chronic state of stress, depression, anxiety, we end up creating dis-ease. And so we have this on a massive level right now. But the good news is that it is the opposite side is the solution to the problem. There's always a problem, there's always a solution. Our decision is, which one are we going to look at? Are we going to constantly watch TV and focus on the problem? Or are we going to look at television for information, go online and maybe look at our own resources, our own research, then get some information, make some smart decisions, and take action, which is today's law, universal law number 3, which is the law of action. What actions are you choosing to take in this climate of coronavirus, or in your life in general? Are you choosing to take actions from a place of fear, or are you choosing to take actions from a place of responsibility, for love, for mankind, from a place of true power and true the ability to even influence other people? So I'm happy to see people coming on. I don't know who's working from home. If you're finding me on YouTube, totally like this, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification so you get the ding 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 invite to the party, so that when these videos get posted on YouTube, you can find them easily and you can get notified. If you're finding me on Facebook Live right now, welcome to the party. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for loving my lipstick. I appreciate that. I believe this one is from CoverGirl. So shout out to the people at CoverGirl for my red lips, juicy lips. Okay, so let's get into the universal law of action. I like to say and really break it down for people because I come at this in a very real way. And I like to give it to people in a way that's like digestible, layman's terms. Basically, the law of action says that you can't sit on your ass and expect things to come, just magically appear in your life. There comes a point where when you request something from the universe, let's say we're all requesting healing, please. Hi, universe. Hi, do you see me? Do you hear me? God, universe, you guys. Like, I really would love healing to happen for everybody on the planet, because we got stuff to do. We got things to do. It's kind of not cool. Like I'm doing isolation, right? So that's the action that I chose to finally take. I've been watching the media. I've been plugging in and getting a test to see like what's really going on. And things seem to be advancing in this. And so I decided, why not take a responsible action, still promote happy, peaceful, totally harmonious content. I'm all about high vibe, but do it from a place of self-isolation and just being very vigilant and saying like, okay, so I'm gonna hang in my apartment, I'm gonna go out on my balcony, I am going to do some laundry, get myself all sorted out and handled, and I'm going to communicate with people and coach my clients as I do digitally. I am grateful that I have a digital business where I can coach anyone from anywhere in the world, just like the way you're seeing me here. I coach people through Facebook Live, through Skype, through WhatsApp, even for my European people and my people in Asia and all over. And so it's an amazing, amazing opportunity now that people can use universal law of action to start taking action within their businesses, within their lifestyles, to really evaluate, taking the action to evaluate what is going to happen in your life and how can you be of service, be of positive action so that you can help other people during this time. A lot of people are in freeze mode, meaning a time of non-action, and there is a lot out there that basically says there is action in non-action. It's the principle of yin yang, like for every action there's a non-action, and sometimes taking no action at all is a form of action. But for the purposes of the universal laws, we're talking about inspired action, doing things that you feel really in your heart space that call at you. Like me choosing to take the action to do a daily video on the universal laws to help inspire people to understand their power, to understand that you are given these universal laws simply by being alive. And it is up to you to understand them, to learn about them. Feel free to Google them. There's a lot out there about universal laws. And it's really designed to help you tap into your own inner power along your journey of being alive, of being a human in physical form on this planet. So through action, we create. So when we're sitting there wanting things and wishing for things, but we're not taking any action, then we get no result. We can't sit there and say, oh, I'm really hungry. Like a pizza is not going to fly from the ether of the nothing and appear. You have to say, okay, I'm hungry. Let me walk, take an action, go to my fridge, look and see what I have, or order food. It always involves an inspired action. So let me talk a little bit about inspired action versus action. Okay, so inspired action, and what the beauty of inspired action is that it comes from spirit. It's when you feel, and you've had a moment, I'm sure, like this, where you get an idea to do something, to take an action, and like wild horses could not stop you from doing this thing. Like you get an idea of, I'm going to clean my bathroom, just for an idea. You could have had that idea a day ago, but for some reason at this particular time, you are so significantly moved, called to take this action. It's like an inspiration from within. You're like, no, I'm cleaning the bathroom. I'm doing this now. Earlier today, same with me. I'm like, I got the inspired action to do laundry and just tidy up my space. Like I'm having this whole like nesting thing with the isolation and who knows what's going to happen in the days and weeks ahead. So I'm like, I want to get my space handled. I want the energy of my space to be harmonious. And so that I can do this work, I can coach people, especially people who are freaking out with anxiety, freaking out because they are uncertain. They don't know what kind of plan to create, right? So the action to take is to create a plan. Create a plan. Look at your life and look at the next month out and decide what kind of actions can I take, inspired actions that I can take on a daily basis to get through this in the right kind of mindset. And the kind of mindset that I'm speaking of is one that is repelling of dis-ease and inviting in the energy of ease and well-being and flow and love, right? So when you feel good, you're not getting sick. right? So any kind of illness, any kind of virus, any kind of anything is indicative of a low vibration. It's indicative of focusing chronically on what is unwanted as opposed to what is wanted. And so there are a lot of people who are testing positive for coronavirus. And so it's the job of the people who are healthy and the people who are looking towards well-being for everyone to just be really super conscious and take the action, the inspired action of just being like super focused on well-being, and that all the people get healed and all the people find healing and soothing, and that we're all going to be okay, and just taking the action every day to put that out there into the world. And so this way we start to combine all of the laws. Law number 1, I'm only up to number 3, but the first one is divine oneness, the law of divine oneness. So you take the law of divine oneness that states we are all together, we are all harmonious, we are all one. The pain you feel exists in me, the pain I feel exists in you. We are all one energetically. Then you take the second law, which is law of vibration, and you're like, bro, we're all connected, but I could vibe high, and when I vibe high, I ooze that out to you. And I could be like all the high energy and whatever, and you can get some of that, right? Even through this video, even through the upliftment of the video. That's why it's so important. Like, share, throw some flowers, some hearts, some love, and comment below about how you always look to the positive. Comment below, I always look to the positive. I always look to the positive. When you look to the positive, you see positive solutions, and you have faith that these positive solutions will come, right? So, much love, everybody. This was a quickie today. It's universal law number 3, which is the law of action. Taking an action for the betterment of everybody involved, and taking an inspired action as opposed to just an action. Taking an action without any intention is just like something you have to do. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. I have to do this. But when you take an inspired action, oh, honey, that means that you are moving with spirit, inspired. See, Iana, she joins on and she says, I always look to the positive. That's right, honey. That's why you and I vibe very well together. We're always looking to the positive. And in times like these especially, it's so important that when you watch the news, right, if you take the inspired action and you're like, oh, I think I'm going to turn on the news. I did it this morning. I was like, let's see what's going on. I set the intention. I said, I'm going to ask that I'm given the right information that I need to know right now at this time. I trust that the universe is going to provide me whatever it is I need to know for my well-being. And so I turned on the TV, and sure enough, there was a report right here in Miami about some stuff that we needed to learn and know. And then I had the inspired action to flick the channel onto one of the news networks, and I got more information from there. And then I was inspired to make myself some lunch, so I shut off the TV. I put on some soothing background music for healing that I find right off of YouTube, and I fill that in my space. I fill that in my home. And then I had the inspired action to do this video and hang out with you guys. So I'm hopeful this helped you out. Like, give me a heart, comment, share. If you're catching this on YouTube, please comment below and say, I always look for the positive. And also say, I want nothing but positivity for everybody else, right? Healing for the planet, right? Comment below, healing for the planet, the whole planet, right? We all can come together, take the inspired action to send positive vibes, positive thoughts out to the universe, out to the planet, and we can see healing, and it's already starting. The healing has already begun. The second we asked for healing, the second we took the inspired action to ask for healing, the healing already started. So we are already healing this situation. The situation of the coronavirus, the situation of your illness, if you're catching this and the coronavirus is a thing of the past and it's months and months later and you're catching this video, I want to be really super evergreen about it. If you're in a state of dis-ease, my loves, please reach out to me and let's get your mindset handled so that you can be in a state of ease and flow, and that you can be in a state of receiving wellness and good health as opposed to being all wadded up in a chronic mindset of anxiety, depression, fear, insecurity, doubt, all of these emotions. So take that inspired action I urge of you. And if you're isolating at home, please know that you are not alone. You're never alone. And thank you for the use of social media, Wi-Fi technology, handheld devices. We can all remain connected even through technology, and we can bind together and we can really make a difference on this planet, especially now. So I am Lisa Concepcion. You can find me, certified professional life coach, energy master practitioner, and you can find me over at lovequestcoaching.com, where I help people handle the energies of their love lives so that they can thrive in their relationships. Thanks so much, you guys. Much love. Bye.